Hello. I'm back with to do a thing on line tracing. Um, there's a lot of bad habits people have gotten from a lot of tutorials where they do things like run line traces off the cheeky little node like this one, the event tick. The problem with the event tick is that it's runs every frame, and if you're doing a line trace and that line trace has quite a bit going on in there, you can it becomes very inefficient. It's just not a habit you should get into using this. You should use this very sparingly, if at all. So what I do is I run it straight off the mouse input. So if there's no mouse input, there's no line trace. In a building situation like for Minecraft, you don't need a line trace if you're not actually moving the mouse. So line traces are very, very simple to do as well. There's no shortage of tutorials on it. I encourage you to look at some of them. But a very stock standard way of doing a line trace is the classic, get the first person camera. You want to get the world location. You want to get the world rotation. So two very simple things there. Just want to get them, and then what you want to do is you take this with a add, you put a multiplication on the end of this one, stick them together, and then you get your line trace out. So you do your line trace by channel, get the single one. This goes to the end, and up here goes to the start. Hit trace complex, draw a debug type for one frame only there. There's nothing else really there. And that's halfway there. So what we want to do then is we take this, make it a double float precision, and I usually go with, say, 3000 or 4000. Let's go with 4000. So what this does is it takes the world rotation, which is actually a vector, and multiplies it by 4000 to bring it forward. It adds it to the world location, or this basically brings it forward. So this gives you a position further forward in the world from where the camera is pointing, or from where the camera is, and it just goes straight into the end and the start. So yeah, and this just draws a line from where you are to whatever you're hitting, and in a second you'll see a dot, a little red dot. Yay, see, red dot. Nothing special. And it's only doing that if there's mouse input. So nice and simple. What you should do as well, if you're not hitting any objects, so we'll just put that in there just to illustrate we're hitting something. 0.1. So, yep, we're hitting objects, we're getting values, but then you go up here, you're not hitting anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that, branch off the return value. So if it's true, so if it's hitting something, it's going to say true. If it's false, so if it's not hitting anything, it's going to be false. So I'm going to just run it through the branch. So this is already getting quite efficient. There's only one one line trace between the branch and the mouse input. So yeah, so this is where the fun part begins. You can see the output. It's not hitting anything, so it's not going any further. And that is a very simple, efficient way of doing a line trace, and with some good habits, with a good habit to get into.